Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's Lieutenant Colonel, and you are on Real Talk with Reese. And I am the host, your boy Reese. Now, let's talk some of that real talk. And when we talk real talk, we're talking about Philadelphia, baby. We're going to talk about them Eagles. Now, Philadelphia, we was just in the dog fight with the Washington Redskins this past Sunday, and we was in a dog fight last week with the Giants. Now, the most beautiful thing about both of those things, we came back in the second half and we won them games. And I gotta admit, watching this Washington game, I was a little bit shaky. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of nervous, you know what I'm saying? Because Washington came out with a little bit of fire, and once again, we came out slow and flat. I mean, the play calling sometimes is almost predictable. You know what I'm saying? The Carson didn't have a good first half. I mean, the team as a whole didn't have a good first half, but we went in halftime. I don't know what was said, but we came out, we got that flame behind us, and then we started moving that ball. And once again, I want to talk about Carson Wentz. A lot of people got a lot of bad things to say about Wentz, and I know his mechanics haven't been there lately, and he haven't been hitting guys in the numbers like he should, and he haven't really been looking so sharp. But I have to give him credit because he always mount a good comeback. No matter what game we don't play, he always try to mount a good comeback. I mean, I still think he holds the ball a little bit too much, but I don't take nothing away from his heart and his will to try to win. I mean, but let's take a good look at Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? People always try to compare, especially when I watch shows like First Take. You know, they always trying to compare him to Dak Prescott. But let's look at the big difference over Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz, and let's see what's going on. Because, see, we got Dallas coming up, and I have to admit, I'm not really that afraid of the Cowboys because they got the most talented team in the NFL. But yet they tied with us with 7 wins and 7 losses. And let's look at their wins. In the beginning of the year, Dallas Cowboys was playing some of the most weakest teams in the NFL. You know? And they had all their weapons. That's right. All their weapons. And they still losing games. Carson ain't had none of his weapons. In some kind of way, the games that we won, people can see why we won them. I mean, hey, we beat teams like the Packers, though. We beat the Bears. We beat the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, we beat relevant teams, and Dallas ain't beat nobody relevant but the Rams this past week. And if you want to say they beat us, okay, they beat us fragile. Once again, without our team, without our weaponry. So Carson been playing without his weapons here for the last umpteen weeks. But look where we at. We still in a position to win the NFC East. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Now, that's definitely amazing. I mean, we got Jordan Howard out. Deshaun Jackson out, Nelson Aguilar out, Lane Johnson out, Alshon Jeffries out, Darren Sproles out. I mean, the list just go on and on and on. We didn't have Mills for the longest. We had Darby gone. I mean, we done had so many injuries, but yet we still around. That just go to show the grind in this team. And show the heart of a lion, the true eye of the tiger. And we got to prove it because I'm looking forward to this game. And I'm also looking for what I like to call the 12th man on the field that favors us, the cold weather. Yeah, the cold weather. See, Dallas, they so used to playing in all that good indoor Jerry World. You know, they love playing at home. You know why? Because it's inside. You know, it's inside. They got the little crowd, no weather elements, you know, no nothing. And you know, that's where they feel themselves. You know, that's where they thrive. But see, now they got to come to the link. They got to come to the link and play us outside, in the elements, in the cold, with a fragile team that's hungry to take this division by storm. That's right, we want it. And I know what y'all gonna say. I done said it before. I kind of don't even want to win the division because I don't want to be embarrassed. But you know what? I kind of sat back one night and I thought about it real hard. I said, well, you know what? If we make it to the playoffs, that give everybody enough time to get healthy. There's a possibility we can get Deshaun back and we can get a few of our weapons back. And we can probably play spoiler to a lot of teams that people already then kind of gave the championship to. But just don't forget, Philadelphia is the ex of the ex-Super Bowl champions. That's right. Yeah. People don't want to give us credit for our Super Bowl. I got to admit, we ain't look too hot. We don't look too sharp. But we still around. And as long as we're around, some teams are in trouble. And they know it. But anyway, I got to say this. Hats off to Greg Ward catching that game-winning touchdown, baby. Because arguably, I don't think Nelson Aguilar could have caught that pass. I don't think J.J. Arcega-Whiteside could have caught that pass. I don't think there's a lot of cats. Mac Hollins, we know he wasn't going to catch it. Jordan Matthews, I don't even know what we bought him back for. I guess he just needed some money or something. Because we signed him for a game, maybe two, and then we released him just like what? As quick as we bought him in, we let him go. I mean, we needed guys who was hungry. And these practice squad guys, these young guys, they are hungry. I mean, Greg Ward, he caught the touchdown. He got emotional, shed some tears out there. Man, I felt so proud of him. You know what I'm saying? For having that heart. He had Josh Norman was guarding him out. At that, Josh Norman. Yeah, burnt him. Burnt his ass. And that's what you get for being the kind of motherfucker who think that y'all just gonna walk over us. There ain't no walking over us, baby. We ain't having it. Now, if we go into this game Sunday and lose this game, I would still be proud of my Philadelphia Eagles. Just for the simple fact, we done went through this whole year with nothing but adversity. This whole season was full of adversity. Losing DJ, losing Jason Peters, just losing guys. I mean, we never even seen Malik Jackson besides week 1. I mean, man, we just done lost so many players. And then we had the Orlando Scandrick come in and do some scandalous shit. He Tekashi 6ix9ine our ass. You know what I'm saying? Came in, supposed to be Deshaun Jackson's friend and all this old shit, playing mole and spy. And then want to get all on TV, try to exploit our business, talking about we caught up on the Super Bowl high, and we losing guys left and right. How the hell we caught up on the Super Bowl high? We can't figure out the identity of the team. We've been going through it ever since. I mean, we've been going through it up and down all year. So everything that's happening to the Philadelphia Eagles has been kind of like epic. It's been epic that we still around. And I like to thank Dallas for that, for being so sorry, for being so weak. Because if they would be that most talented team that people say they would be, we wouldn't have a shot at even winning the NFC East Divisional Championship. We fighting for the division now. We could possibly have a home field game in the playoffs. I know, it's unbelievable. Especially considering how slow and how sluggish, how we start games, how we drop so many passes, how our defensive back get burnt deep. I mean, it's kind of crazy when I think about this team. And it's really the Philadelphia Eagles that scare me more than anything. It's not really our opponents. It's always us. Because we do so many bonehead things. All the penalties. You know, Just bonehead stuff. The drop passes. The drop in interceptions. Defense not containing the edges. I mean, the defensive backs getting beat deep. The play calling. Jim Schwartz with these bizarre-ass packages that don't seem like they cover anybody. It's the Eagles that concerns me. It's not too many teams out there that I'm really afraid of. I mean, they all look good. You know, don't get me wrong. They all look good. But all of them got their weapons. We like the only team in this league right now without none of our weapons. But yet we still around. We still in the wings. No weapons. Now that speaks volumes. That speaks of the heart this team has. And it also shows that the beloved America's so-called team ain't as talented as people think. Yeah, they put a whooping on us. Once again, fragile team. No D-Jack. No, you know, we really didn't even have a secondary. They was invisible. You know, so I'm kind of anxious for this game. And win or lose, I'll be proud of my team considering all the adversity that we done went through. And we just got to keep grinding. We got to keep fighting. So a lot of people who want to say all these bad things about Carson Wentz, get off my quarterback, man. Get off of him because he been one quarterback that had to deal with whatever stepped on the field. You know, he don't even know half these dudes. They practice squad dudes. These are dudes our backup quarterbacks play with. Not him. He probably learning them three days before the game. And he got to rely on them to go across the middle, to run the deep pass, to get separation, and all of that. So, of course, he's going to look for Zach Ertz. That's Mr. Reliable to him right now. It's his only safety blanket because that's the only guy really on the field that he know. You know? And he's starting to know what Miles Sanders is about. Miles Sanders has been a spark plug for this team.
Get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. Motivation, nigga, get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. Motivation, haters better get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. It's motivation.
Let me tell you what makes me sick is these super over-exaggerating ass Dallas Cowboy fans. They still keep talking this shit about how better Dak Prescott is than Carson Wentz. Well, let's look at the numbers, shall we? Dak Prescott is 4th in the league in TD passes. Carson Wentz, 7th. Now watch this. Dak Prescott, he's throwing at Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, Michael Gallup, Trayvon Austin, Jason Witten, Zeke out the backfield. That sounds like a good stable of horses right there. Now let's look who my guy been throwing at. Alshon Jeffries, when he's healthy. Nelson Aguilar, who barely can catch. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, 2 tight ends. Miles Sanders out the backfield. And now Greg Ward Jr. Then, the other people he had been throwing at, they're all practice squad people. People fresh off the streets, like Jordan Matthews. I mean, barely no type of receivers at all. Ain't had Deshaun Jackson since week 1. And the guy still is 7th in the league in TD passes. Now, you look at Dak Prescott's numbers, yeah, he got 4,000-something odd yards. My guy got something odd yards. That got 906 yards more than Carson Wentz. 906 yards more, but only have 1 touchdown more than Carson Wentz. He's sitting on 26. Carson's sitting on 25. That got 11 interceptions. 11. My guy got 7. So he must be throwing the ball better because he's not getting picked off. So yeah, it's like a no-brainer. How many touchdown passes had Carson threw that was dropped? dropped. Drop touchdown passes, almost at least 1 or 2 a game. That's been dropped. Dead on the money touchdowns, and guys couldn't hold on to them. And you over-exaggerating ass Dallas fans got a lot of nerve. And you very disrespectful to just think that your guy is a better quarterback than my guy. No, your guy just got more weapons than my guy. Because if my guy had the weaponry that guy, he'd be sitting on 33 touchdown passes by now. And if you don't believe that, pull out your little handy dandies, your laptop, your cell phone, or your desktop computer, because it's worth a Google.
This is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I always view things the way they are. And you cannot lie. What I just said is 100. It's worth for Google. Y'all Cowboys make me sick. Y'all really do. But I try to be cultural. I try to be cordial. How the fuck do you say that? Cordial? Who give a damn? Either way, I try to get along with y'all. But Sunday has to happen. The game has to be played. And I'm not looking for us to have some old, blowout fashion come out of nowhere. We just so hot kind of game. We win ugly. That's what we do. We win ugly. The game ain't going to be what people think it's going to be. It might be quite boring. But as long as we come out with that W, I don't really give a damn. I don't want to see we let them come into our house and be disrespectful. Because they already disrespectful. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Let's talk some more real talk. Because I'll be right back when this game is over. Real talk with Reese. You already know, baby. Ha ha ha.